Well, hello so much. Today's gonna be a super productive day because I say it's gonna be. I just went to the gym. I brought the kids to school this morning. That's like the new routine. I'm really pumped about it. After the gym, I ran to Publix, got some stuff for the food that I'm going to make today. It's still, hopefully, okay, if I get it in soon. It's, I'm making a few things. One of those things needs to sit in the crock pot, and then I finish it up once the meat is cooked. It's one of my favorite meals. And then I have several other things I wanna make today. And then just get this house in order. It is actually looking pretty good. It's not too bad, but there's always room for improvement. Upstairs, I'm not even gonna talk about it. Don't you dare look up there, okay? So this is like the remnants from breakfast. Honestly, the remnants from last night's dinner. We tried to tidy up and then there's always some mess left over. That's fine. So I'm gonna tackle that, clean the bathrooms. They're gross. What? How do they get so gross so fast? I'm just surveying my house. It looks pretty. We've seen worse, okay? Actually, I didn't see my laundry room, but I will also say Alex thinks that the house nearly caught fire the other day because I went without cleaning the lint trap for a few loads and she was thick. But did the house burn down? I'm just saying. Anyway, it's a busy day today, so I thought I would prep some dinners, get a bunch of food set up for us for the week because of back to school busyness and all of that. How are you doing with it? A little check-in, because waking up early, but still going to bed like summertime late, it's an adjustment for me. And I'm just gonna say, I woke up at 4:30 this morning, not on purpose, but at that point I was like, well, I might as well stay awake. And now I understand why people drink coffee. But instead this morning, I made some smoothies for the kids. They loved it. I made sourdough bread yesterday at 5:30 in the morning. I love early mornings. Something so special about it. But let me share with you the smoothies I've been making. I've been making these Daily Harvest smoothies. Huge thanks to Daily Harvest for sponsoring me. Huge thanks to you for supporting me when I have sponsored content. It really means a lot. You guys know I share a morning chaos over here. I'm packing lunches. I'm getting 5 kids up and ready for the day. I'm wondering where everyone's water bottle is. I'm making sure their things are in their backpacks. And on top of all of that, I have to make them breakfast. Of course, they can always grab something on their own or make something, but I would like for them to have a healthy option, and that's where Daily Harvest saves me. You guys know I'm trying to get back on track. I'm trying to set my kids up for success for the day, and this is the perfect way to do that because Daily Harvest makes it so easy for me to build a morning routine around healthy ingredients that I can trust. Their food is grown, not engineered, no mystery ingredients in here, just good old actual fruits and vegetables. And I don't even have to think about it. It's so simple. I just grab one straight from the freezer, fill it up with milk, throw it in the blender, blend it up, and I know my kids are going to eat something really healthy. My kids love smoothies. They also love bowls, which Daily Harvest sells on the website as well. And I've tried those. Alex loves them. They have protein smoothies on there. They've got some like
healthy bites, which are a clean, energizing snack or dessert.
So there's a ton of options on the website, but it's truly that simple. It's healthy nutrition that I can rely on. And I feel so much better starting my day off with feeding my kids something healthy. It's actually freezing my hand off because it is shipped straight to my door, frozen for a reason. The ingredients in here and the flavor is locked in at its peak. So not only does it taste amazing, it's fresh, it's vibrant, it's always ready when I am. No wilted spinach, no wasted groceries. It fits perfectly into my morning routine because it takes no time at all. If you're like me and your mornings can be a little wild, check out Daily Harvest. You can use my link in the description box below or my code THEWADS15 and you can get 15% off of your first order of $100 or more. They have a lot of great flavors, a lot of different flavors to choose from. We got a very wide variety and I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. So check them out. I'll have my link in the description box below. Let's make some food. Lots of meat today. I'm trying to bulk up my protein, trying to make healthier meals. This was on my meal plan, macro-friendly foods. It is one of my all-time favorites, which is what I tend to go to when I'm like meal prepping or just making a meal plan in general. Making something I know is a family favorite. It's gonna be a hit with everyone. It tastes delicious. It's easy to put together, like checks all the boxes, right? I'm starting off with some pork loins. What are these called? Pork, yeah, tendies. And I don't always do this step because most of the time when I make this, I don't like, I'm doing my best to plan ahead, you guys. The other night, I pulled some meat out of the freezer the night before, put it in the fridge to thaw out. Morning time, it was still frozen. I was like, was it even worth it? But I'm trying. Anyway, I ended up buying these today. They were buy one, get one free. Always try to shop the sales, which I'm also not good at either. But I didn't have time to run to Costco, which it would have been, these would have been the same price at Costco with the buy one, get one free sale, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm just gonna season the pork tendies with some salt and pepper. And I am going to make all 4 of these loins because, oh, I don't have anything to cook with. I can double the recipe. You see that wafting? No, of course you can't. Can't see me. The pan is wafting. It is ready for a tendy. I kind of feel like it's a bit too much. I turned it down a little bit. I added some oil to cool it down slightly. I'm gonna put the tenderloin seasoned side down. And I'm just trying to give it a sear on the outside. So just a quick 30 seconds. And then flip it over. Look at that color. Ah, absolutely gorgeous. Listen to the sizzle.
Try to get all the sides there. And then, yeah, that looks good to me.
And then I'm going to drop it in the crock pot.
And this would be enough to feed a family, but I'm going to make double portion, okay? Because why not? I actually forgot to season the other side of that crap.
It's okay, I won't forget this one. And there's so much flavor in this dish otherwise, you're not even gonna notice it's missing a little bit of salt and pepper, okay? All right, I'm gonna throw all the pork tenderloins in here in the crock pot. Now that I'm looking, I'm like, that's a lot of meat. Okay, it's exactly what I asked for. So into the crock pot, only a few ingredients. I'm actually wondering if I should double this because I have so much meat. This is a humongous can of green chilies, diced green chilies, so throw that in. I have a can of red enchilada sauce. I might double this. I don't, you know what? I feel like it's good enough. Little bit of brown sugar, and by a little bit, I mean a whole handful, yes. And then we don't drink soda at our house, but I always have a couple of these on hand. This is actually my last one. I buy them when they're on sale because I love making this. That didn't sizz. Is that a bad sign? It didn't like fit, oh my gosh. Oh, it smells so good. I'm gonna dump a Dr. Pepper right over top. Yeah, that's plenty of liquid. No need to double anything. I'm gonna pop a top on this. Today I'm gonna put this on high. I might do high for a couple hours, bump it down to low, but low and slow is the way to go. The next thing I'm gonna throw together are stuffed shells, but they're chicken Alfredo stuffed shells, or chicken with white sauce, if you will. My absolute favorite style. I've even seen taco stuffed shells, and I'm all about that. It calls for garlic. I was gonna use powder for convenience, but the water's boiling anyway. I was like, I might as well cut some up. Went to go get my garlic. You guys, it's like growing in the fridge. I'm basically a gardener is all I'm trying to say. So I am going to use this, but the best way to cut garlic is to cut the root off. Speaking of root off, are you excited for Christmas? I know it's not Halloween. I know it's barely fall. It's not technically fall, but for me, back to school means all things fall. Yeah, the garlic is still perfectly fine. It's just wanting to grow a little bit in my fridge. And this is another recipe that I'm going to double. It's like a casserole dish style thing, so I can throw it in my freezer, throw it in my fridge if I want to eat it all week long. Whenever I chop garlic up, which is like, isn't this so cool? That's pretty cool, right? Whenever I chop it up, it always smells like, this is what my lunchbox smelled like. What does that say about me? As soon as the water boils, then I'll throw the noodles in, start the sauce. Remember watching like Rachel Ray? She's like, and we'll be right back. And then by the time she's back, the noodles are done cooking. I'm like, how long was that commercial break? Okay, 30-minute meals. It takes me 20 minutes just to boil water. My old stove, I had an induction stovetop, literally a minute, maybe a minute and a half to do that huge pot of water boil. It was my favorite. That and gas, those are my two favorite. All right, I'm gonna chop this up. You know the noodles are fancy when they come in a box and a bag. I'm gonna throw the noodles in, they're finally boiling. I have 2 boxes. I don't know if I'm gonna need both boxes. Here I go anyway. Perfect. Let those boil. While I mince all this garlic, oh my gosh, that's hot because I just put it in the boiling water. Yoy! If you hear Peppa, it's because Wolfgang has no siblings to play with and I need to get some cooking done, so.
You think that's too much?
For a quick, easy Alfredo sauce, I'm gonna start it off with a couple tablespoons of butter. I'm just gonna use the rest of this. It was a butter sculpture in the shape of a bunny. Not anymore. I guess I can keep this mold and make my own, but I won't. Let that melt. I'm gonna throw in a couple tablespoons of garlic to just cook with that butter. A little bit more won't hurt. It actually smells really good. I should have made it a little bit finer of a mince, but you know what? I did what I did. I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of flour to this. Maybe one more scoop. Mix this in. This is the roux. I should probably use a whisk, but whatever. Cook that for like 30 seconds just to get that flour taste out. And then I'm gonna add 4 cups of milk. The steam! I just didn't want the garlic to burn. Hold on, 4 cups. Close enough. Dump that in, little bit. Add a whiz. Okay, I am doubling the sauce too. So, I don't even know if that was 4 cups. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay, let this thicken up. I'm gonna season this with just a little bit of salt and pepper. Mix that in. Let this come to a bubble. It was bubbling, bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. And I'm just gonna add some Parmesan cheese to this. Give this a mix, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be perfectly thick. Beautiful, simple sauce. And whatever noodles I bought, are you seeing this? Like most of them are broken and they're not even cooked all the way. We might be making lasagna if I even have lasagna noodles. Like this is a good one, but it's still so hard. The rest of them look so broken. Like, these are not overcooked, if you could feel them. This isn't my first rodeo. I'm very disappointed. For the filling, I have some ricotta cheese, and I have 2 of them, because I'm trying to double it. I don't know how this is gonna work out. I'm also gonna throw in 2 eggs. I usually like to add some Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna scour the fridge for some, but I'm gonna add 2 handfuls of mozzarella cheese, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, I do have some Parmesan cheese in the fridge. I'm just gonna add a little here and then I'll add a little bit on top. And this is just like basic cheese mixture. I like to do the whole shebang, some Italian seasoning. To the cheese mixture, I'm going to add some diced up chicken. I have like 2 pounds, and I did use convenience for this. I like to get these from Costco. Amazing, saves me so much time, energy, effort when I'm making like last minute meals. You know, we've all been there. So it's nice to have something semi-convenient, but also semi-healthy, you know? I'm gonna mix all of this in. This is a ton of filling. I'm really hoping I don't have to run up to the store to get shells. Delicioso. So most of them like look like this. And most of it is like shredded. I got 10 out that looked like this, and I'm done digging. This is so ridiculous. I can't even believe. The only thing I can think of that happened was that I like had it too high of a temperature, but like this isn't my first time cooking. I don't know. Ugh, I'm annoyed. Looks like a mess behind me, so let's tidy this up.
I'm so glad that Alex was able to pick up more noodles for me. Oh, I guess you don't even know. Spoiler alert. Yeah, he ends up picking up some noodles for me on his way home. And man, I don't know what the heck happened. I was even trying to read the box. I was like, are these gluten-free? Like, what's going on? They were organic, so that means they fell apart. I've cooked noodles before. I'm still reeling. Like, it's kind of annoying because it's not cheap. Shells anyway. I don't know. Like, obviously the other things are more expensive, but just to literally have them be turned to mush, I was disappointed and frustrated, honestly, because like, why did it happen? I just want to know why. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I moved on. Kind of. In my head, I moved on because it's been a couple of days, but clearly not really because I'm still reeling about it. So I'm cleaning up my kitchen. It was in dire need of my attention. I actually forgot what I did in this video. I know I did. Oh, upstairs. Ooh, you guys, listen, my notebook over here, lists and lists of things that in my brain, I'm like, I need to really streamline my entire life. It'll happen eventually. I'm sure you understand the feeling of constantly having 75 balls in the air and trying to keep them all afloat. It doesn't matter how hard you work, how good you are at juggling, it is inevitable. Some balls will drop. And normally those balls are around my house, but I am excited. Oh my gosh, we almost canceled something that we're putting on this weekend. Very low key. It's a barbecue, I guess. We're having a barbecue. Have you heard of Mulkey? I think I explained it to you in the previous video. I may have mentioned it. Mulkey is an outdoor game. Look into it. It's kid friendly. Everyone can play it. It's super fun. It's kind of like bowling, but not. You know what I mean? It's a good time. Okay, just look it up. Molkky. It's an O with an umlaut, I'm pretty sure. It's a European game. I forgot exactly where in Europe. Somewhere over in that area. And I want to say, well, I could say it, but I don't even know if it's right. Belgian? Somewhere over there. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. But anyway, it's really great. Also, download the app. We learned that through the years. The app will help you keep score rather than just like doing it on our phone. We used to keep it on our phone, but there's actually an app. We had no idea. So anyway, we actually were playing it on the beach one day and people walked by and I think they stopped and Alex talked to them because he talks to everybody. And the guy told him like, yeah, we play that game and there's an app for it and da-da-da. We're actually from the country or wherever that game was originated at. And anyway, it was a good time. Clearly, I don't have a good memory. Otherwise, I would remember that. I feel like I should Google. All right, so much time has passed. Played with Wolfgang for hours. Okay, we were outside most of the time, which is just, it's too much. Also, I threw the boxes away, but Alex saved the day. He came home and he just came home and got noodles for me on the way home, some more pasta shells. Moving on to the next thing I'm going to make. Actually, let me preheat the oven. 411 degrees. You know what I got from Costco? I think at this point you know about the Pistachio Cream. And you know what's funny is I just went to TJ Maxx and they had some there, you guys. Okay, I had some. And I ate it and I was like, oh, okay, people are hyping it up, okay? Alex had some and he loved it. Maybe I don't love pistachio as much as I thought. Maybe I hyped it up in my head. It tastes good. Picture Nutella, but pistachio and no chocolate. But that's essentially what it is. I'm gonna make a little pastry with it. I don't know what else to do with it, if I'm being honest. Saw this recipe on Pinterest and I was like, that seems simple enough, let's do it. So essentially, I have some puff pastry. I have the pistachio cream that everyone's going crazy about. I'm gonna plop this, spread it out. I feel like chocolate will really take this over the edge. I might drizzle it with some chocolate or just let this shine on its own. I haven't decided yet, but this is really a simple little pastry. And I'm gonna spread it across the entire confection. And then I'm gonna plop this one right over top. Perfect. And then, ooh, I love it already. Okay, I'm gonna cut these into strips. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's not that big of a deal. I feel like I should also reference the video again. Okay, and then take this. Ooh, see how perfect it is on the inside? I think they did like one of these and then one of these. Ooh-hoo! And you have the cutest little pastry. Julia Child who? Bon appetit! I'm gonna do the rest of them, put them on a tray. Heck yeah. All right, let's see if I can make magic happen twice. Man, this looks so beautiful. And honestly, I feel like you could just cook it like that and it would be superb. But to make it a cute little confection, this is so simple. Even if you wanted to make Nutella or anything like this, like come on, for brunch, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, I mean, don't threaten me with a good time, you know? These are absolute perfection. Just look at it. Absolute perfection is the appropriate way to describe these. Some people thought there was Nutella in here and I was like, no, I don't know what kind of taste it, maybe a nutty taste, I don't know. But they were really good. They got eaten quick and fast and I wish I made more. Look at these perfect little beauties. I made 21 out of 2 boxes of puff pastry, so 4 sheets. Well, hello. I took these out of the oven and they look like absolute perfection. I took my trays out to have a bite and yes, 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 they actually are perfection. I mean, what's not to love? Pistachio cream. It doesn't even really, for me, taste like pistachios, but it is absolutely delicious. puff pastry. I grabbed some powdered sugar. I'm gonna sprinkle that right over top. Ooh, yes, amazing. This is the secret ingredient. A little bit will do ya. And I have more over here. Now that's a pile of beauties right there. She's beauty and she's grace. She's Miss United States. Just drain the noodles. Oh, they're absolute perfection. Like 0 broken noodles. Do you know what I mean? Like, hello, what the heck? And they're cooked to perfection. They're not too, I guess I'll rinse them a little bit. I hope my nanny isn't looking. All right, perfect. I'm gonna let these cool. All right, I'm gonna fill up the shells. I did warm my sauce up a little bit. I think, yeah, whatever, it's good, it's good. I think it got some burned bits in there just because I let it on the stove for a little bit too long. I'm gonna put a little bit of the sauce on the bottom of the tray. And then I'm gonna take each shell, put a spoonful, a heaping spoonful, like the biggest spoon you have. No one wants hardly any filling in their shell, right? And I'm just gonna plop those down and fill up the tray. It is a labor of love. My sister used to make these all the time. It's a good day to have a great day. I woke up, sunshine knocking on the window. Russell Dickerson is the man. He's so good. He's coming out with a new album. That wouldn't even matter. I would listen to all of his old stuff because it's so good. He's sorely underrated. I looked at his YouTube channel the other day and I was like, how do I have more subscribers than him? It makes no sense. What is wrong with the world? Hopefully he has way more on Instagram or TikTok or wherever because he deserves the notoriety. He deserves that. What's going on? He goes to like CMT awards. He's a big country artist. I feel like he should get more awards. I don't even know if he does or not. I don't watch award shows, but it doesn't even matter because all of that is just a farce, right? Anyway, I'm making stuffed shells. I ended up making 2 trays. I gave one to Alex's brother / my sister-in-law, whatever. She is with child. And part of me is like, should I tell you that? But also you don't know who that is, so I feel like it's okay. So I just wanted to send a meal home with her. I feel like, I mean, I'm sure you understand too. It's like, thank you so, like if anyone gives you food, because when you're pregnant, like the very last thing you want to do, honestly, is like everything, anything and everything. No, thank you. But you know, the days are long and when other kids are in school and you're exhausted and you're like, I really don't feel like feeding everybody today. And so I just thought that's like the best gift you could give someone, food. I think that's why I love it so much. So anyway, I ended up making 2 trays. We served one that night, had a little bit left over, not a ton. And then I gave 1 tray to them and I hope they enjoyed it. It's one of our favorite recipes. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call, hold on. I actually think I like stuffed shells more than I like lasagna because layering the lasagna and like spreading out the cheese, I don't know what it is. I'm like, am I gonna have enough cheese for all the layers? Trying to mathematically equate that in my head just never really works out. So I enjoy the stuffed shells method and I did have some ingredients left over. Like we had pasta, the kids just kind of nibbled on it. And my favorite thing to do, I don't know, I mean, salmonella, I dare you type of thing. But I just take a cooked shell, dip it in the cheese and eat it. And that was my lunch. And I was like, this is so good. I always, even when I have like the ground beef mixture, oh my gosh, perfection, delicious. To finish up these pulled pork enchiladas, ooh, I might have to let it cook for couple more, a little bit longer for these, but it smells delightful. Okay, those are cooking. Alex just went to pick up the kids, so he's got the little ones. I'm all alone in the house, and I'm gonna see how much I can get done in 20 minutes. Meredith's room could use a mother's touch. It's not that bad. This bathroom isn't bad. Really, oh, hi. None of the rooms in the house are that bad. Amazing. See what happens when you keep up on cleaning and you have somewhat of a semblance of a routine? I mean, I'm asking you because my house is a mess. Upstairs especially, so I'm gonna tidy as fast as I can and then go upstairs, and that's when the real work begins. Not to mention the laundry, but I think I told you, I'm like staying on top of it. It's like, who am I? Speaking of laundry, I'm gonna throw these mats in. Glitter. I don't even know what the pink stuff is, but rest assured, I'm putting these in with a bunch of other towels, no clothes. Hey, on to the fun part, right? Finally cleaning my house, just in general. I feel it's a constant. Always, every single day I need to clean the bathroom. Are you joking? Come on. I cleaned our toilet yesterday and then today I'm like, what happens in here? Is my only question, right? Anyway, you'll also see me go upstairs and I clean the bathroom upstairs too. And I always forget, I think I mentioned in the last video, like, oh, Wentworth's bathroom is the smallest. I know it's our upstairs. That's the smallest, but I forget that one even exists because we use it so rarely, or at least I should say I use it so rarely. I don't go upstairs a lot. I guess I do. A lot is subjective, but the kids go up there more and it's kind of like the kid zone, and I can talk to them while I'm down here and it's fine. And I probably go up there every day, but it doesn't matter. I don't use the bathroom a lot, and that one is the smallest, but it's still like the perfect size. It doesn't need to be any bigger than what it is. In here, it feels so fresh. Oh my gosh. And even yesterday, I didn't film it, but I cleaned like my bathroom, and Alex walked in. He's like, ooh, it smells so good in here. And I was like, yeah, it smells clean. But it's always so nice to walk into a clean space. And even if like I clean the bathroom and I'm just walking down the hallway, I can smell it. I'm like, ooh, it smells clean in there. It smells fresh. I need to have a better routine about keeping things tidy. Oh my word. And today is the day, you guys, that Alex is picking up the bedroom furniture I got for Meredith. I found it on Facebook Marketplace. I've been eyeing it for a while and I'm finally doing it. Oh my gosh, I kind of cry because I am getting rid of some furniture pieces that we've had forever since Avelina was a baby. And it might be hard for me to get rid of some of these things. That house thing, toy storage, book storage, like I guess I could keep that. I don't know. I don't really know. But I'm getting rid of it. In my mind, I'm getting rid of it unless it can fit in the area that I'm wanting it to. But I'm ordering stuff for her room refresh. Hopefully I'll do that in the next couple of weeks. I'm really hung up on what color rug and the rug and the comforter. Everything else, I'm like, whatever. I got a dollhouse. I got scammed in this dollhouse, you guys. What was I thinking? I got robbed, essentially. It's my fault. I can't blame anyone but myself. I ordered something off Amazon. One thing, a little poof that I just simply could not find on like secondhand. And I ordered it weeks ago. It's still not in. And like, I don't mind waiting a little bit, I mean, listen, I think we're all used to Amazon 1-day shipping, 2-day shipping, but I'm okay. Like, I don't need it tomorrow. It's a poof for a room decorating thing that I probably won't do for a couple of weeks. But anyway, it's a short story long, but it has yet to come in. And I'm wondering if it got canceled or like delayed or lost in the mail, because that's happened a lot of times before. So I'm gonna have to order another one of those. I'm excited for it. I showed you a little preview of it in a previous vlog of like, I simply took a picture of her room, asked like ChatGPT, hey, can you use your interior decorating skills to like make this room more functional? And it showed me a layout that I never thought of before. And oh my gosh, I even got a small table and chairs, like Pottery Barn, but secondhand. I picked it up like probably a week ago at this point, maybe 2 weeks ago. It's been sitting in my garage. And oh, that's another thing. Hold on. Let me tell you about what's in my garage. But anyway, I don't know if all the furniture that I'm buying for her room will fit in her room. We're going to find out together. I didn't measure anything. I'm just like willy-nilly. This feels right. It feels like the right vibe. We might have to do something with the table and chairs that I got, but I also feel like we'll make it work, right? Anyway, what is sitting on the table and chairs, like the kid size table and chair. It's just a table and 2 chairs, I think. And it was the same day that I went to Costco a couple of weeks ago. So I share Costco Shop With Me videos on my Costco's latest channel. So once a week. So I guess 2 weeks ago now at this point, I went and they had the like gardening tools, but they're toys for Wentworth for like $10. And I was like, heck yeah. So I picked it up, come home and it's missing one. I'm like, how did I miss this? It only has 2. It's supposed to have 3. And I'm like, how did I check out? How did the checkout lady not notice? How did the person bagging it not notice? How did I not notice? I'm like, did I drop it in the parking lot? Nothing makes sense. I thought for a second it was in the garage, but apparently it is not. And I'm kind of upset about it. I'm like, how did this happen? Okay, so you saw me when I lifted my fingers up 2-0. That was the 20-minute mark. That was all that I was able to get done in 20 minutes. Took it out of the oven and whatever I was cooking, I can't remember, the stuffed shells. And I finished up this load of laundry And what else happened? Oh, I tried to take those towels out of the laundry room, and it reminded me of that scene in Cinderella when Gus Gus, the little mouse, is like picking up the little kernels of corn because she just fed the chickens or whatever. And so he's trying to bring them into his little mouse hut, and he keeps like dropping them. All my towels fell like that. And I was like, oh, that stinks. But it was fine. I picked them up and I don't really care about it. So some of my towels, I'm like, I should get rid of these. What the heck is even happening to them? But it's fine. It's fine. All right. I moved on to clean, like just tidying up my office. I wouldn't even call it a clean. And then I came upstairs and lo and behold, it was tidy. What the heck happened up here? If you would have seen this like a day prior, you would have lost your minds. It was toys everywhere, toys galore, crap everywhere. The previous weekend, the kids had slumber parties, and then during the day, like they had play dates, and kids were all up here, and it's fun, and it's messy, and it's okay, and in the grand scheme of things, like it really doesn't get that bad. There's just toys everywhere, and then the pillows really are what get everywhere, like the pillow fort things that I bought, man, they love those things. But then the pillows and blankets from making the forts all the time. And I'm like, you know what? That's cool if you're having fun, screen free, whatever. But also, it's really annoying to pick up. So I'm glad that they picked it all up. And I just came in here and gave it a little mother's touch. I vacuumed. This rug needs so much more than a vacuum. And again, it's another area in my home that I hope to redo soon. I did buy a table and chairs for this area. And I almost recently got some containers, like storage containers, for the other things that are like under the cabinets. And I need to organize them a little bit better. I've got, a popcorn station under there that's just kind of willy-nilly. It's like all separated into 3 different baskets. And then we've got different games that come out often. So I think it's just time that I actually come in here and organize. Those 2 drawers are probably empty. I usually stock them with food, but I haven't been good about that. I think I did a couple times over the summer, but it's inevitable. That fridge, we don't even plug in because we're like, if we have drinks up here, they will get spilled. I cannot trust it. And so we kind of just leave it. I use it as like toy storage, and it's fine. It works out just fine. Also, Alex thinks it's really loud. So initially we got it fixed because when we moved in, it didn't work. And so we got it fixed, and it just makes like a buzzing noise, and you can hear it everywhere in the house if you're listening. If it's quiet, which is honestly pretty rare, but it happens. And so we don't plug it in. It's fine. It's no big deal. I don't, it's just not necessarily. Maybe when the kids are a little bit older and slightly more responsible with their things, then I can trust them putting drinks up here. And even though we only really drink like waters anyway. Oh my gosh, by the way, did you see my latest Costco shop with me? Because I did pick up this new like Canadian water. I haven't had any yet, and now that I'm thinking about it, I should go grab some. I think it's sparkling water. I could be wrong. It is flavored. Alex had some last night, and he said it was top notch, the best water he's ever had. And I was like, oh my gosh, I guess I need to try some, right? He's really hyping it up for me. But that's much too good for children. There's like 12 in a box, and I'm like, kind of hiding it from the kids. Because you know how kids are. Like sometimes they'll open it, take a couple sips, and then they're done. I'm like, we can share, okay? But I don't want Spider-Man ice cream is all I'm saying. I don't want ice cream in general, but you know what I mean? Like when you go to an ice cream shop and it's a family outing and your little one's probably only going to eat a couple of bites of ice cream and then you're going to be left with the rest. Or if it's so big, you have to share. But like you don't want to share because you don't want the rainbow Superman ice cream. Anyway, this is the bathroom I was talking about. What the heck happened to it? But honestly, I've seen worse. Here's the packages that I really just needed to get out of this area. Right when you walk upstairs, this is what you see, and it was just a huge eyesore. I needed to move these boxes in my room. I've been picking through them. They're birthday gifts from you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So I've been like picking through them, using the stuff, and I really need to put it away and take the time to find a spot for it in my house and appreciate it as it should be appreciated. And then I'm moving these boxes to another area. I'm just hiding them essentially. It's a table and chairs and then like a table mat that will protect the table. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Like the amount of money I spent on this table. Why? Who talked me into it is all I'm saying, because it's going to get destroyed. I don't know what I was thinking. And now, you know what happens is you buy something and you spend a lot of money and then you see it on Facebook Marketplace for a fraction of the cost when I had looked for months for it and to no avail. And then it's like once you buy something, it feeds it to you. It's like all over town and you're like, what? For 1/8 of the price that I paid? It's so frustrating. And I don't know why that works. But here it is, so fresh, so clean. Yes, this little Christmas tree is still up here, but I feel like at this point, I'm going to start on the flank steak sliders. That's actually not what they're called at all. They're Philly cheesesteak sliders. Hold on, I need my knife. I just washed it. This meat, it uses flank steak and it's expensive. I meant to get it at Costco because it's on my meal plan, but I told you I didn't have time to go there. I guess I could have gone there, but then I wouldn't have had enough time. No, I actually couldn't have. So I went to Publix instead, and we all know Publix's meat is through the stinking roof. So I'm going to just cut this into slices, thin slices, and cook it up. I'm gonna add some stuff, make it taste delicious, and I'll show you how to do it. Thin slices like so. That's like good enough. No one's coming to check on you. Okay, I just brought Avelina to her volleyball, what's happening? Evaluations. So I did leave this on my counter. I'm sure it will be fine, just fine. I'm gonna cook these up. I'm also going to slice up some onions and green bell pepper because hello, Philly cheesesteak. I've been to Philadelphia exactly one time in my life. Brotherly love, let's go. I did not go with my brothers, but I did eat a Philly cheesesteak and it was delicious. When Avelina went, I feel so bad about this. She went as a field trip. They went to Washington, D.C., but took a day in Philly. And when she made her Philly cheesesteak order, I think she put like chicken on it and she didn't have anything else. And she likes peppers and onions. And I was like, you should have gone with the classic. I felt like it was my fault. I didn't prepare her. I didn't tell her like what to get, you know? All right, well, this is probably way more onion than I need, but I like onions, so that checks out. And then I have these really small green bell peppers, so I'll probably slice up 2 of these, and I'm just going to slice them up like so. A couple hours later, and man, this smells so much better, and look at that. Peels apart, no effort. Oh, I love this, it's so good. So I like to take them and gently, like it's falling apart already, and just put it in a bowl. I could shred it all up, and it's, I mean, literally, it just, all you have to do is touch it and it falls apart. I love the crock pot so much, right? I'm gonna dump the bell pepper and onions in with a little bit of oil. I'm gonna season it with some salt and pepper, and then just let this cook for a few minutes until they're soft. The onions and peppers are done, so I'm just going to put those to the side. The meat that I guess I'll season with some salt and pepper, keeping it simple, and then just shove it in. Let it sit and get brown on one side. This is one of my favorite meals. Well, I don't know if it's a meal, but one of my favorite sliders anyway. And I've only made it once before, but I dream about it all the time. It's so stinking good. Really, really simple. I just put some mayonnaise on the bottom and I throw the meat on top. You could throw some Worcestershire sauce in that meat. I feel like I did that, but not a lot. I feel like it can kind of make things taste a little weird. Okay, can we just, that's for real. So I threw the meat on top of here. I didn't cook it all the way. I cooked it most of the way, but it'll cook a little bit more in the oven. And then I just top it with the, oh, that's what I forgot, the cheese. Yeah, so I made a little bit of a mess here, putting the cheese on. I feel like I also could have just put it on top, but it's whatever. I put it on the bottom. So cheese, meat, peppers, onions, and then cover it. If you like to put anything else on here, I know some people like their Philly cheesesteaks with like the cheese in the can, the yellow cheese in the can. You do whatever the heck you want, okay? But this was so delicious, so good. Did you see the cheese pull? It wasn't even intentional. I mean, I could, 5 of these sliders, and I will ask for a sixth because it's just so dang good. Also, very simple ingredients, not much to mess up.
I like to take my kitchen shears and just shred it up this way. That way there's not like huge like chunks of loin hanging out. I'll go in with like a fork just to break it up a little bit. Absolute perfection. You could just eat the pork. That's how good it is. I put the juice from the crock pot on the bottom, and I'm just going to fill up some tortillas. I like to use these carb balanced tortillas. Oh man, I hate when that happens. They're always good when I get them from Costco, but when I buy them from the grocery store, I feel like, you know, sometimes they sit on the shelf for probably longer and they get stuck. I'm gonna fill up my tortillas with some of the mixture, some of this pork mixture, and I'll plop some cheese on there and then top it with some enchilada sauce.
You guys know I rave about this recipe because it's simple, it's delicious, it's one of the first, well, not one of the first, but it's one of my favorite macro-friendly meals, and it's really easy to put together. I love a good crock pot meat and then finish up the meal later in the day. I top this with, I rolled everything in there, put some cheese in it, top it with green enchilada sauce, which is my favorite. You could use red, whatever the heck you like. And I top it with some more cheese, throw it in the oven, who the heck knows, 411 degrees, for about 20 minutes until it's nice and bubbly and golden brown. And then I garnish it with some cilantro. And that, I think, is what takes it from good to great. Really takes it over the edge. And then the stuffed shells that I made, I cooked those in the oven, again, 411 degrees until it's nice and bubbly, probably around 20 minutes. Top that with some parsley if you want to add a little pop of green. But that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me and cooking with me today. I appreciate you spending time with me. You are my best friend. If you want to be my best friend, you can subscribe. Put a little happy in your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!